Hey viewers, today we'll be taking a look at the Festive Season update in Asphalt 9. This will feature the new Drive Syndicate 4 along with a myriad of new cars, and most of them actually being very acceleration based, and most of them I didn't really expect to be in Asphalt 9. Now let's get started with the Saleen S1, or Saleen 1 if you're a car nerd. This does not seem that very well in the car at stock, although at max it kind of reminds me of the Gemera G60, but overall a lot better in Class C. This car will need, let's see, 165 blueprints to go from 0 to 4-star. Next up is the ARASH AF10. Now this is the hybrid variant, which means it should have 2080 horsepower and do 300 or 299 miles per hour. However, GameLoft seems to have opted for the 201 mile per hour variant, which means it's running on its V8 engine, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty strange, but whatever. It needs about 188 blueprints, and the stats aren't very interesting, like, at all. It's nothing. It's not even anything good. You should not spend your money on this unless you absolutely have to. It's very bad. Next up is the Nissan ITALDESIGN GTR50. Now this is a very promising car at stock, and once you see it at 5 stars, it looks very, very good. I think it's coming out in Drive Syndicate 4, and it seems like an overall upgrade to the Mark II, except for I think acceleration, in which it seems like this will be the ultimate Huracan killer, because this one is like, other than the Zenvo, I think GameLoft is just finally up. They're out for blood against a Huracan, and they release this thing. So it will need 162 blueprints, and I am hoping to at least unlock it, but I highly doubt that. Next up is the Pagani Zonda Revolution, or the Pagani Zonda R. Overall, its stats aren't very great at stock. The acceleration and top speed are very nice though. Once you go to 6 stars, it is very good overall apart from handling. Now, if this has good handling, like good drifting, then maybe it will be one of the best multiplayer cars in Class A for people who have the tokens to max it. It will need 249 blueprints and a key. Next up is one of my personal favorites of this update, the Scuderia Cameron Click and Toss 007 Stradale, or the SCG 007S. At stock, it boasts a very good acceleration stat and a reasonably high top speed, I'd say, and handling is very great at 1 star. Now, if you go to 6 stars, it has the new highest acceleration stat in the game, I'm pretty sure, and all the other stats are very good. It feels like a Valhalla, but they took some points off the top speed and put it directly on acceleration. This also needs 249 blueprints and a key. Next up is the NARAN. I'm gonna say NARAN Hyper Coupe. Now at stock, this really reminds me of the Bugatti Divo, with similar acceleration and handling stats, but with slightly lower top speed and nitro. And once you 6-star this thing, it has generally very balanced stats. Actually, it has very high handling for Class S, and the other stats are actually not too shabby. It has 383 kilometers, which is I think 13 slower than the Devo. The acceleration is about on par. The handling is slightly better, but the nitro is much worse. It needs 300 blueprints, and I think it's ranked slightly lower than the Regera. Next up is the star of this update, the Koenigsegg Gemera. Now, this is the Drive Syndicate 4 car, and it boosts very good stats apart from nitro at stock and top speed. It has almost 83 acceleration, which I think is one of the highest stats in the game the car can start off with. The handling is 50, which is very strange for a Class S car up this high. The nitro and top speed are relatively low. Once you get this thing to 6 stars, it has very, very good acceleration and handling, but the top speed is, it's kind of concerning at 5,000 plus rank. And the nitro is very poor. I think it might be the second worst, right behind the Spark, which the Spark is actually slightly better, I think by 3 on this. Now next up, we get to see these absolutely bombing decals. I think these decals look really nice, especially since what the garbage we've been treated to at the beginning of this year. These are actually really, really nice looking decals, especially the NARAN. I can never remember that card name. Anyway, these look very nice, and we haven't even gotten to look at the Gemera's decal. I am hoping the Gemera has a very nice decal, even though I'll never be able to get it. Next up, we get to see the P1's body kits, which honestly, I don't really like the first one. This one, it looks absolutely hideous. We don't need to see this on a car. Although, the next one, this looks very good. I'd love to see this. Not in real life though. I don't think I want to see a P1 mutilated like this. But it does look very nice, so I'll give game off that. Next up, we have some miscellaneous stuff. So we have the BMW i8 Roadster in the advent calendar, which you've probably been seeing if you've been paying attention. You can unlock the Ortega Scalo Super Electra in a holiday event. Celebrating the new year, you can unlock the Ferrari F12 TDF if you didn't have that. If you don't, then you've probably done something very wrong. And we'll be able to participate in an event named Unleash the Tiger. Celebrate the new year with this competition featuring the McLaren Senna. You will be able to pick up events for the Ferrari F8 Tributo, Porsche Carrera GT, and McLaren Senna. You'll also be able to get the Aston Martin Victor if you have the Legend Pass, and it says it is the best car in the car hunt, and I'd probably say so. And we're also having the Infinity Project Black S, which either that or the Da Vinci will be required for the Legend Pass, or not Legend Pass, the Drive Sync 4. Next up, we'll be seeing some holiday stockings, card packs. I think those are scams. Don't buy them. Don't buy them. Don't buy quote-unquote deals and get off, okay? The Xbox version of the game has received some major and well-deserved optimizations. People who are suffering on the Xbox One, you have some extreme patience, and I applaud you for that. The career layout has also been restructured, so it'll be a lot more simpler, and you'll also see some events that have been, or seasons that have been moved to Chapter 6. The implementation of rank requirements in career mode have been improved to make a better experience and guarantee a better car progression upgrade. So they might have lowered or raised some rank requirements. Cars will not have a stroke on wall bouncing. I'm assuming like the Sharon, where it won't wall climb as easily. Special events will be renamed to seasonal events, and that's about it. So I really hope you guys found this informative, and I hope you enjoyed it, or at least enjoyed listening to my voice, at least maybe. So maybe consider subscribing, commenting, liking, or joining my Discord, and I hope to see you in my next one. See ya.